You serious? Are you serious? Yesterday in my live radio broadcast, you can watch it live streaming at my website, www.paulbegleyprophecy.com, and even participate in the live chat room, or listen to the broadcast on Blog Talk Radio, or on your cell phones if you call the number 347-324-5208. You can listen to the broadcast. But a man called in that works for the federal government. He only identified himself as Mike from around the world, he said, but he did say he was on the government payroll. And he said there was conversation going on that we're not entering into meteor showers, but we're getting ready to enter into meteor storms. And he said it's bringing great concern to the nations of the world. But he also talked about the fact that there was this image that appeared that was then scrubbed by NASA, but they missed one frame. And because of that, Jesse and others have spotted it. Jesse Waltman from BP Earthwatch, he spotted it because he's filming everything from all these different camera angles, and other amateur astronomers are doing it as well. And because of that, NASA fired 4 government employees for making this mistake. Listen to this conversation. We even talk about the Black Horseman of the Apocalypse. So here we go. I'm on the phone taking a live call from a man I've never spoke to before in my life, a man by the name of Mike from around the world, works for the federal government.
304, let me find that one. God bless. I mean, seriously, I really try my best to help people understand that we're living in the last days. God bless you, area code 304. Are you there?
Hey, Pastor Paul. How you doing?
I feel great. I'm blessed and highly favored of the Lord. Who we got there?
This is Michael from all over the world.
Michael.
And I first wanted to say it's a blessing to hear you actually preaching, not being a compromised messenger, as we do here. But I called in. I wanted to comment. The gentleman that was on there talking about Einstein. I wanted to comment to clarify something. In the public, comments are often revealed based on their optical relevance. In other words, they're not going to give you exact dimensions. So he was right in saying that they're, in the background, they do limit the data that the public will get.
Right.
And so that's a clue to that one. Also, with the information that you have been given, I often say one specific thing is that we know that the Lord will send certain people over into a strong delusion. A delusion being a belief held with strong conviction despite evidence to the contrary. And what's happening now is, first of all, people in a delusion don't believe they're in a delusion.
Right.
It evades them to understand that they're in a delusion. What I see happening now is we're giving them all these signs, and yet people are still looking for some type of scientific proof, but they really don't have a handle on what the real world is, basis what's been presented to them through science, through that educational institution. And so the delusion is not coming. It has been formed, and people are being
It's already here.
It's already here. The Spirit.
Yeah, more and more every day.
Yes, it is.
Well, the same thing would, in my humble opinion, the same thing would apply to Revelation. Many people are, when the horses ride, I hear many ministers say the horses are about to ride. But I do recall at the end of Revelation, Jesus saying the time is at hand, which means it began 2,000 years ago.
Yes.
But here's something interesting. The black horse with the scales. To me, it didn't actually mean an economic collapse, but it did mean to me that everything is going to be based on a global economy, which we have right now.
What it meant was...
One world government.
And you're exactly right. It meant was that the global economy would be in the scales of the hand of the black horse rider. There would be one entity controlling the balance of the economic scales. It would not be just in the hands of everyone, but there was a specific time when that black horseman would be carrying the balance of the economy in his own hand.
And that would be, of course, when the beast is in full power and the Antichrist is leading the one world government or the New World Order, or as the Bible calls it, the beast. And of course he'll have a sidekick, the false prophet. Let's listen more.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I also believe that those hidden things, see, things can be going on right now, but if they're hidden, people won't apply them. Now, the information you give out on a daily basis is strong evidence pointing towards many hidden things. And like you said the other day, which I really liked, even the animals are paying attention. They are obedient. Their actions are obedient. And we're given these signs, yet people still think we're going to face some type of one-ordered physical threat, and that's not the case. Another point I want to bring out is 4 people were relieved from NASA subsidiaries for that image that popped up.
Really?
That he was talking about. So I think that will come out later, probably in some articles and so forth.
4 people were fired over that one scrubbed image that got through, that he's referring to.
Yeah, that was actually intentional. However, unfortunately, when people do see things like that, they would it's quickly washed away. And if the story actually pops out that those people were dismissed, then of course they're going to come back with something to draw people's attention away from any real threat. I would like when he comes back on to describe the way our solar system actually moves throughout the galaxy and why we can't see the southern regions like we should, because this is where most of the stuff is coming from. I'll put it that way. Most of the things are coming from our southern portions of the way our solar system is moving through the galaxy. And there's a buzzword going around. We often, and I am on the government payroll, I'll just leave it at that, but meteor storms, not meteor showers, is a phrase being used more and more. It has heightened the alert level of many nations.
Meteor storms is the buzzword that's being used more and more around. It has heightened the, I believe he said the interest or the awareness of many nations. Now, just today, that was yesterday's live broadcast I do with a government employee calling in, giving us inside information that 4 NASA employees were terminated due to letting that object that Jesse Waltman at BP Earthwatch spotted on camera, as well as others. And because of that, NASA let 4 people go. This man says that also there's a concern of meteor storms. And it's funny because today now is December 4th, 2013, and spaceweather.com just came out with their article, as they do every day, and it's called Germine Meteor Shower. Earth is entering a stream of debris from rock comet 3200 Phaeton, source of annual Germine meteor shower. Our planet is just dipping into the outskirts of this debris zone now, so visual meteor rates are low. Nevertheless, the Canadian Meteor Orbit Radar is starting to pick up echoes from the Germane meteoroids. This December 4th radar map shows a concentration of activity in the constellation Gemini. Let me just say this. They're calling it showers. They're giving us a little heads up. We're getting ready to enter into it. But you heard what he said. It's not showers, Paul, anymore. We're getting ready to enter into meteor storms. That means a lots of asteroids and meteorites at a higher alert level. It's giving the concerns of many nations. We're going to be talking about these things and a whole lot more, including the water turning blood red.
Hi, this is One for the Record. I'm Diana, and today, there's the doggies, and today is December 4th, 2013. Here are your news updates for today. Breaking news, breakingnews.com. Duluth, Minnesota has received 1.5 feet of snow in the past day coming out of Brett Fish. Alrighty then. Moving on. I'm going to play this for you. This is off of Tattoo 1009. Off of DUTCHSINSE channel.
Hackers have stolen usernames and passwords for nearly 2 million accounts at Facebook, Google, Twitter, Yahoo and others, according to a report released this week. The massive data breach was a result of keylogging software maliciously installed on an untold number of computers around the world, researchers at cybersecurity firm Trustwave said. The virus was capturing login credentials for key websites over the past month, and sending those usernames and passwords to a server controlled by the hackers. On November 24, Trustwave researchers tracked the server, located in the Netherlands. They discovered compromised credentials for more than 93,000 websites, including 318,000 Facebook FB. Fortune 500 accounts 70,000 Mail, Google+, and YouTube accounts 60,000 Yahoo YHOO, Fortune 500 accounts 22,000 Twitter TWTR accounts 9,000 Odnoklassniki accounts a Russian social network 8,000 ADP Fortune 500 accounts ADP says it counted 2,400. 8,000 LinkedIn LNKD accounts. Trustwave notified these companies of the breach. They posted their findings publicly on Tuesday. We don't have evidence they logged into these accounts, but they probably did, said John Miller, a security research manager at Trustwave. Related, the most dangerous cyber attacks, the scary reality of hacking infrastructure, the scary reality of hacking infrastructure, ADP, Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter told CNN only they have notified and reset passwords for compromised users. Google GOOG, Fortune 500 declined to comment. Yahoo did not provide immediate responses. Miller said the team doesn't yet know how the virus got onto so many personal computers. The hackers set up the keylogging software to route information through a proxy server, so it's impossible to track down which computers are infected. Among the compromised data are 41,000 credentials used to connect to File Transfer Protocol FTP, the standard network used when transferring big files, and 6,000 remote logins. The hacking campaign started secretly collecting passwords on October 21, and it might be ongoing, although Trustwave discovered the Netherlands proxy server. Miller said there are several other similar servers they haven't yet tracked down. Related, Adobe's abysmal security record. Want to know whether your computer is infected? Just searching programs and files won't be enough, because the virus running in the background is hidden, Miller said. Your best bet is to update your antivirus software and download the latest patches for internet browsers, Adobe ADBE and Java. Of all the compromised services, Miller said he is most concerned with ADP. Those logins are typically used by payroll personnel who manage workers' paychecks. Any information they seek could be viewed by hackers until passwords are reset. They might be able to cut checks, modify people's payments, Miller speculated. But in a statement, ADP said that, to its knowledge, none of ADP's clients has been adversely affected by the compromised credentials. To top off page.
Alrighty, I just wanted you to hear that one, so you know what's going on. So obviously someone has hacked into our Google Plus accounts, grabbing passwords. Alrighty then. Good going, Google Plus. Oh. And Facebook and Twitter. Someone has grabbed a bunch of stuff. Alright, so heads up, change all passwords. Instead of them coming out and telling you, best to change all passwords, here's my advice. Here's a free consultation. And when you hear anything like that, go back in, change all your passwords. They can have whatever password they want, as long as you change what you think they might have. Alrighty then, tell your friends, tell everybody. Alrighty, moving on. I will be attaching a video of Paul BEGLEY. And they're also saying watch out for meteor storms. Not meteor showers, but storms. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Ancient Roman tunnels could cause dangerous sinkholes, according to the Extinction Protocol 2012 and beyond. Earth's gravity altered by a 2011 Japanese Tohoku earthquake. You know, the 311 quake? They say now it's that 9.0 altered our gravity in certain spots. Precipitation declines in U.S. Pacific Northwest mountains. Okay. Weird one. Alright. Let's get rid of this one. Oh no, we'll save that one. Alright, let's go into... I just noticed the E&E News is off of here. What happened here? Let's see if there's anything new on the E&E News. Energy News. Let's see if I have it on this one. No, let's go on here. Let's go to the E&E News. I guess it got knocked off for some reason. Or maybe it went down. Maybe their website just went down. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Alright, I think there's not a lot. I know US-Canada did not change yet. So, let's see. Fukushima, Japan. Today, government dock, recriticality, a threat at Fukushima concern melted fuel to change its forms. MIT, Q&A, coolability of the molten corium is questionable. Also, IAEA, official. What we are trying to say is consider putting all the toxic Fukushima water in Pacific. Impact on human health must be monitored. Nearby countries all against it. Also, top official, protesting secrecy law is act of terrorism. Japan government promotes idea that you're racist if avoiding Fukushima produce. Bloomberg, the entire process has echoes of George Orwell. Nuclear activists to be constantly spied on. Also, that's it for today. So nuclear activists to be constantly spied on. Everybody's being constantly spied on. Wake up. You forgot that? It's everybody. There's no one different. Alrighty then. So, let's see if I can get back up here. It is, right now, we're going into the eve of Friday. So it's 3 days down, Wednesday hump day, and tomorrow's the eve of Friday. 3 days down. 2 to go before the weekend. The pets are sleeping now. They had chicken today with their regular food. Yep. Take care. Keep your eyes to the sky. I believe it's going to be the 12th and the 13th when it's going to hit the high point of the meteor storm. But right now, supposedly, if you get out there, you might be able to start watching it come in. Alright, take care. Be safe. Be prepared for anything. And I'll see you tomorrow on the flip side. Stay tuned.
Breaking news, solving problems. This is Channel 13 Action News, live at 11.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Trisha Keene.
And I'm Steve Wolford. Well, let's take another trip back into the realm of paranormal tonight. Last night we had ghost hunters, now UFOs.
That's right, and there is a Las Vegas guy making an extraordinary claim about extraterrestrials. So we sent Action News reporter Mike Dell'Ostrito to check it out. Mike?
All right, guys, just listen up here. This guy says the Old Testament, written in Hebrew, taught him how to summon UFOs. All right, he says he can also do this on command, and he adds he's been doing it for 25 years, keeping all of it secret until now.
These beings are here. They are here. They're just sitting right up there.
We met up with Prophet Yahweh, seer of Yahweh, at Doolittle Park off Lake Mead. We picked the day, we picked the time, and we picked the location.
Everyone's going to think you're absolutely nuts. Well, I thought I was absolutely nuts.
Until he says he saw UFOs. Over the years, 1,500 of them.
Can we make it 1,501 today? What do you think? I'll try it.
He says the voice in his head told him to go public now, so we took him up on his offer, and we scanned the skies. Nothing but a few clouds. When the prophet started praying for a sighting, I wasn't exactly convinced.
I pray, oh Yahweh, that you send a sighting so that they know that I am not mentally ill. I am not a false prophet, like those who seek to kill me say I am.
I see something straight up.
Oh, brother, look at it. There it is.
You can barely see it, a white speck. Then another sighting.
There it is. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Photojournalist Jonathan Hawkins locks in on it. Let's take a closer look here. It's an orange sphere that appeared out of nowhere. I call the boss with an unexpected change in my story.
I can see it clear as day. In fact, it's bright.
I can't believe this.
It's moving pretty fast.
It's going to Nellis Air Force Base. It wants to be seen.
We called Nellis to see what these things might be. Guess what? They didn't call us back. But this thing started coming back toward us.
It's coming toward us now, I think.
What?
See, it's coming up toward us.
Whoa, man! Oh, hallelujah!
Then, a few seconds later, it disappeared.
It's going back up in space.
Prophet Yahweh isn't concerned. He says it'll be back. And I'm still not quite sure what those things were. Now, if I didn't see this for myself, I probably would have just laughed this whole thing off. Prophet Yahweh says, though, this is just the beginning. He says we're going to see a lot more of these things starting next week. And he says one will come down low enough for all of Las Vegas to see. Mike Dell'Ostrito, Channel 13 Action News.
Interesting. You know what? If anybody knows what that was, please call Mike Dell'Ostrito and identify that object.
So, Jerry, do you mind if we play the X-Files theme song while you do what?
Yeah, really.
I think I can handle it.
Yeah.
No comment on that. Let's, from a scientific point of view, let's go right to early warning desert Doppler. And, you know, that's not the best for picking up UFOs, but I'll tell you, it's pretty good for thunderstorms, all kinds of wacky convective activities in the atmosphere.